Alright, here's the porch I was on. Day 7. Come off heroin at my mom's. Day 7 withdrawal. And I'm stepping away from the porch because we're further away from the porch these days. 1,040 days today, to be exact, from October the 28th, 2015. And life is a lot better now. I don't have to use. I wake up in the morning. I don't feel like the urge I don't feel like I have to have something to feel good. Don't get me wrong. I love my caffeine. I'm all about that coffee. I like some coffee. I quit smoking almost a year ago. It might have been over a year ago. I don't know. The wife knows. I get a lot of compliments. I look really good compared to my day 7, and I'm healthy. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. And that means a lot to me because, we're self-conscious about many things as people who are recovering or drug addicts and whatnot. And it always helps to hear compliments that, motivate us. See, the sun is shining. The light of the world. Look at that. He rides on the clouds. Anyway, he's the same yesterday, today, and forever. So, met my mom's in the front yard, and we stepped away from the porch over there. We're no longer on that porch. We're going new places, I'm not stuck where I was. I was talking about enemas and Imodium, sticking enemas up my ass on that porch to try and get the shit out because I was trying to prevent the pain from withdrawal at one of the times I tried to withdraw, which I was not successful because the pain was so bad. I went back to the dope dealer's house. I bought a 20 bag that I promised I was only going to do 1/4 of it. I did the whole 20 bag. I mean, we're just lying and going and on and on and on. No, I need the shades off. We'll keep the shades off. I'm so thankful that I don't have to live there anymore. I don't live in that moment anymore the way I was, and I'm blessed. And I hope everyone else watching this is day 7 revisited. Everyone's watched this journey online, and my family's seen it in person, and they see that I'm a responsible person now. They see that I'm a grown man who takes care of his own. I'm the only one working right now. Financially, just going paycheck to paycheck. So New York was canceled. It was canceled because the radio station said that the sponsors couldn't afford at the moment to do something like that, pay for my travel fees to go up there to be on the radio. Kurt is struggling still. Pray for him. Kurt is still having a tough time. And it's a beast to try and beat this thing. They say statistically it's unlikely. And, if you're wondering whether or not to get on methadone or Suboxone or do kratom or any of that, I don't know. I know for me what I had to do. I don't know what you have to do. My pops, I call him my pops, my dad from Canada. He's like a dad that I never have had. My dad's Green Beret Special Forces, my biological father. And, he's always been tough. But I met I call him adopted father from Canada. His name's Caleb. And, I love him to death. And he's given me some advice. And he says, son, don't knock people for methadone or Suboxone or anything that they use maintenance-wise, because whatever gets them off the street is what we need to encourage at this moment. And I encourage that. I will say, tongue-in-cheek, just to speak one moment on that, I definitely encourage and recommend someone not to get on something if they can take this route. But it's unlikely that most people can do this route without, needing something. And methadone and Suboxone, that withdrawal, it takes so long. You would have to taper down. So go see a professional. Go to a detox center. Go to a rehab. I don't recommend doing this on your own at all because I've tried it and it wasn't successful many, many times. I had a lot of people whose hands were in the pot on this one, and they were pushing. They were helping me. So I recommend you get a hold of some people who support you. Go to a group, go to a meeting, Smart Recovery, NAAA, just some type of program that helps you stay accountable and helps you be able to vent, because you need to let what's in out, expose that darkness that's inside and let it out. You know, someone will hear you. Someone who doesn't judge you. Someone who will understand you. That's what happened to me, y'all. And I don't know how I ultimately got to where I am, because my father from Canada has always asked me, how do you know? How did you get from there to here? And I think it's just being open, like truly exposing everything that's inside of me, being truthful and honest, and like telling the damn truth. And it hurts, it sucks, but it feels so good once you let it out, you know? And that truth is what's helped me. I'll go to a meeting, and you know, I remember I was a couple months clean, and I remember I was doing a few things that were illegal, of course, but I was selling some stuff to get the money because I knew that I could make a major profit on it. I went to a meeting one day, and he says, hey man, I don't know the guy's name. Of course, I wouldn't be able to tell you anyway because of anonymity, but he said, look, you're a monkey trying to sell bananas, and you're telling me you're not going to eventually eat a banana? Monkeys eat bananas, bro. That's what he told me. So I said, dang, I need to stop. I can't even play around with these things. So I stopped, and man, the trees are green, the grass is green, the sun is shining, the wind is blowing. It's a beautiful day. I would not, all this stuff around me, I would not be aware of if I was still using. I'd only be looking for that next high. I'd be just trying to find that next high. So day 7. And I'm revisiting that day 7 with 1,040 days right here on this exact chair. I was sitting right here, and I was talking about this thing. And I had my shades, something like this, and I had a hoodie on, and I was jacked up 7 days. I had just had a cup of coffee. I was feeling good at that moment, but it comes in waves, and it came worse, then it got better, then it got worse, then it got better, then it got worse, then it got better. And it got better as it went. Less times was it as painful, but I hope you guys can make it too. And, you know, pray for Kurt, because he's struggling bad. He's struggling. So, there's nothing I can do about it. It's outside of my power, but what do, you know? You just got to try and be there. So when he's ready and he reaches out, I'm there for him. I just can't chase. I can't. It takes too much energy out of me to do so. So, love you guys and gals. Day 7 revisited. So, you guys can do it if you're wondering. And as you see, 1,040 days, it can be done, and this is without maintenance drugs. So I'm not saying don't go that route. I'm just saying it can be done without, but it takes everything, and you really have to have some serious determination to be able to do something like that. So if you're wondering, you know, here it is, you know. So I'll be looking at the comments. Subscribe, obviously. The more subscriptions, the better. I'm finally monetizing these videos so that, you know, hey, YouTube's being able to give me some chump change for all the people who are out here that are reaching out, and that helps me with gas money throughout the month. So definitely subscribe, share this, like it, comment, ask me if there's something you'd like to talk about, you want me to talk about, anything like that, so it helps. But thanks a lot, y'all.